I was a stick-up kid for real, nigga. That's what y'all don't even know, nigga. I was these, nigga, out east. Because I'm not a nitty baby. Like, I'm not a north side baby. I'm an east side baby. I was out on the east side. Nigga, I was literally kicking down doors. Like, literally. Is that my big Jessie? Thank you, Jessie, baby. Yeah, you learn from it. I was young. You know what I'm saying? It was the money for me, though. It wasn't even trying to be a follower or anything of that sort. Like, nigga, I had my own apartment. And my baby daddy and his people was staying with me. And one of my cousins was staying with me. And they used to be coming in the house, nigga, like, just throwing out money on the floor. Like, just literally throwing it, nigga. We used to be diving for literally, bro, just giving the money away type. Like, literally giving the money. And I got so caught up in that, bitch, I want in. Because now I want to make part of that. And if you still gonna get the money away, then I want that too. Like, it was just the money for me. And then I had my own car. I just bought a cash bought a car. I was finna go get some furniture the next week. I had already picked it out. Everything was just, it was crazy how shit happened like that. It was crazy. I was literally, bro, I used to fuck with this dude from Hood, and I ain't gonna say his name because it be tons of people on here, but I used to fuck with this dude from Hood. I wasn't fucking him, though. We was just, like, my daddy used to be a big blood. Like, he's a very well-known blood out here where I'm from. And I guess the Hood niggas fuck with the Bloods, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of the Hood niggas knew who I was because they knew who my daddy was, so they was just, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, yeah, we gotta, like, nigga, we gotta look out for her at the end of the day type shit. But that was my dog, for real, for real. We used to literally, he used to come pick me up in the back of his truck. I used to be laying flat in his truck, y'all, in his bed. I used to be laying flat in his bed in the back of his truck, and he'll stop, and when I felt the car stop, he'll get out the car and go knock on the people door. I was a roguish kid, y'all. I was. It ain't funny because if somebody did that shit to me, I'd be pissed the fuck off. Like, you don't do that type of shit. But I was a roguish ass kid. Kicking down doors, and he'll go knock on the door. If nobody answer, he'll kick the door in. And I'm hopping out the back of the truck, running in the house. We running in the house, taking whatever the fuck valuable we see. We got 10 seconds. Grab what you can in 10 seconds, get the fuck out. Hop in, put that shit in the trunk, on to the next neighborhood. I'm talking about crazy, bro. But it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Looking back at it now, it was like, bro, you don't get no brownie points for that shit. That shit lame. But that's just how much of a fucking hood baby I was. I decided to move to Atlanta. My mama brought me down there when I was in middle school. My auntie stayed down there with her kids, which is Hennessy and Hazel them. They mama had moved down there. And they was down here at the time. We all kind of was back and forth. But then when they mama got stable and situated all the way, she kept them up there. And then my mama was like, okay, dang, I want to go. Because my mama and their mom is the only one out of my granny's kids who got the same mama and daddy. So me and my cousins really feel like more sisters than we are cousins because I've always been around them. But she took me down there in middle school, and then I was staying with the girl Esther because she stayed in Georgia. Remember I was telling y'all about Esther that wrote the song Drop It Low, girl. She's a big songwriter. She stayed down there and she kind of took me under her wing. That's why when she moved to California, I ended up moving to Cali. My mom ended up having to come back to Tulsa, so I came back to Tulsa. Then she didn't want me in Tulsa, so I moved back to Georgia. I stayed with my auntie. Then I moved back to Tulsa. Got pregnant with Zion and moved back to Cali. And then I moved back to Tulsa. Met my second baby daddy and started fucking with him. No, actually I went to jail, got out of jail, met my second baby daddy, started fucking with him, moved back to Georgia when I was pregnant with Taryn. Then I moved back to Tulsa. I've been back and forth for a long time, y'all. Like, man, look. I'm trying to stop, though. My mama was telling me that the other day, like, I was up and down the highway because I didn't want to. That's why my mama's in Texas right now, but she knew she didn't want to be in Tulsa. But she was back and forth. I see her everywhere. They own this house right here. But she lived right there because she just took the trash out. My kids, probably. My kids. For the first year of Zion's life, I wasn't there. Not that I wasn't there, but she stayed with my mama. I was just spending the night at my mama's house. I was running the streets. That's when I was fresh out of jail because I had Zion. My mama got me a bomb-ass lawyer when I got locked up for all them robberies. And I had to testify. I definitely got on the stand and told on my baby daddy. I'm not ashamed of it, bitch. I wasn't doing that time. I played my part. I told my part. And whatever. But, my mama got me a good-ass lawyer because they was trying to offer me 25 years for each of my charges, bro. Like, y'all trying to give me a life sentence. And it was crazy. But my mama got me this bomb-ass lawyer. My bond, I think, started off at $500,000. That was with the 10%. Then it got dropped down to $50,000. That was with the 10%. And then it got dropped down to $500 with the 10%. And when they got it dropped down to that, my mama ended up bonding me out. I had to bond out of 2 different counties because the stores that we was robbing, I guess, was in different counties. But I didn't know because I thought it was all Tulsa. But I told this story before. I feel like I went to jail at 4 months pregnant. I got out a week before I had my baby, and I had to get induced. So I feel like God was just saving that. He was saving. Like, no, you ain't gonna have it in here, because I literally had to be induced. I went to jail on my due date. I was in jail, but when I got out, the next week they induced me. It was crazy as fuck, man. That's why I be saying shit be happening for a reason. And that's why I feel like this fight right now is not for me. Because I'm not worried about it. I was stressed out at first, but I think I was more stressed out because I thought that I wasn't going to have my kids. I thought that I would only have Raylan and Riley and maybe King. I thought that the other kids would be good. I wouldn't have to worry about them. And when I got them back, it was like, okay, I wasn't prepared for that. But once I realized, like, bitch, this is the type of shit you been doing. Like, it ain't like you ain't never got your kids, so it's not like you're not used to it. It was like, okay, I know that I'm finna move. It ain't really nothing stopping me. So I don't know what's taking, like, why I haven't did it yet. And I just probably feel like because it ain't for me. Even the shit that's been happening since I've been here has just been weird. Like, the way shit been going, it's weird, y'all. All my kids been through everything with me. But my oldest definitely has. She's been through it all. I don't think there was a time that I got on the highway to Georgia and she wasn't with me since I've had her. Taryn too. Shit. Them was my road dogs. I was pregnant with Taylor working at this this place called Service Master. It's like fire and water restoration. People house that catch on fire or catch floods and shit. We go in there and clean the shit up, wipe the walls down, just get everything as clean as we can so the people can come in and estimate what needs to be, you know what I'm saying, taken down and shit. But at that time, that's when I was bathing us off at Walmart. We was sleeping in the car some nights. Because I didn't know nothing about the shelters at that time. I just knew that shit. It was just me and my kids. And then I was staying with this white girl, my baby daddy's cousin's girlfriend. And him and her used to be into it all the time. And their daughter was just like real fast. Outside, I think she got caught humping some little boy. Like, she was like fucking 7. And I'm just like, I cannot be in this house. Like, I was just so... Them was nights that I was stressed out. This shit right here, this ain't stressful. That shit was stressful. They was smoking cigarettes. I didn't smoke cigarettes around my kids. So, but I think at the time I was smoking cigarettes. But I wasn't smoking cigarettes because I was pregnant with Taylor. And I remember I had Taylor in the midst of that situation. And I gave her away. I was at the Quick Trip store and I gave her away. But the girl that I gave her to, I knew her. But I just gave her to her. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Can you just please just take her? Like, I just can't do it. And then my auntie Nim, that's in Atlanta, she was down here on vacation. They was at the hotel in River Spirit. And I remember I went up there and I just cried my heart out because I was so stressed out. I had Taryn and I had Zion. I was living in my car.